you, sir, for bringing the wider BRICS perspective to today's deliberations. Next, it is now my privilege to request Shri Bhupender Yadav, Honorable Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, to deliver the keynote address and share his vision with this distinguished gathering.
Excellencies, Head of Delegations, Senior Officers and colleagues from BRICS member countries, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to New Delhi. It is my privilege to welcome you all to the 12th BRICS Environment Ministers Meeting under India's chairship. We are honored by your presence in the capital city of New Delhi, a city where our ancient history, modern culture and tradition, and with the highest absolute area under forest amongst the Indian cities. From the grandeur of Rashtrapati Bhavan and India Gate to the timeless legacy of the Red Fort, New Delhi reflects India's rich civilizational heritage and enduring tradition of dialogue and engagement with the world. Rooted in ancient civilizational ethos and enriched by extraordinary cultural diversity, India has a long championed the values of inclusivity, mutual respect, and peaceful coexistence. New Delhi, amongst the world's most vibrant and diverse capitals, embodies the spirit of cooperation, exchange, and collective action that lies at the heart of BRICS. India's civilizational ethos has since long recognized the inseparable bond between humanity and nature, fostering a deep respect for environment and sustainable living. It is in this spirit that I warmly welcome all distinguished ministers, head of delegation, and officials. Your presence today reaffirms our shared commitment to strengthening cooperation and advancing political solutions for a sustainable and resilient future. As we commence our deliberations, we draw inspiration from the vision articulated by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji. I quote, "Our goal will be to redefine BRICS as a building resilience and innovation for cooperation and sustainability. Just as we brought inclusivity to our G20 presidency and placed the concern of the Global South at the forefront of the agenda, similarly, during our presidency of BRICS, we will advance in this forum with a people-centric approach and the spirit of humanity first," unquote. Excellencies, as nations pursue their development aspirations, they are navigating an increasingly complex environmental reality. The impact of climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution, the triple planetary crisis together with growing disaster risk, are affecting communities and ecosystems worldwide. These challenges are particularly significant for developing countries, where environmental vulnerability is often closely intertwined with broader development priorities, including poverty eradication, food security, and inclusive growth. Across many regions of the world, forest fires are becoming one of the most visible environmental change, driven by changing climatic conditions, prolonged spells of heat and drought, and growing pressures of natural ecosystems. These events are contributing to biodiversity loss, ecosystem degradation, livelihood disruption, and adverse public health impacts. For BRICS member countries that collectively host a significant share of the world's forests and diverse ecosystems, strengthening cooperation on prevention, preparedness, early warning, response, and post-fire recovery are a timely and a necessary requirement. Recent COP discussions have placed renewed emphasis on the conservation and restoration of ecosystems, the role of forests in the climate resilience, and the importance of nature-based approaches for sustainable development. They have also highlighted the need to scale up climate finance, accelerate implementation, strengthen adaptation efforts, and empower local communities as key partners in environmental action. Together, these priorities reflect an emerging global recognition that durable environmental solutions can only be achieved when ambitious commitments are translated into practical action through people-centric approaches, knowledge sharing, and strengthened international cooperation. Excellencies, India's response to environmental challenges is rooted in the belief that ecological restoration and human development can advance together. Under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, initiatives such as Mission Life, Lifestyle for Environment, and Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam, a tree in the name of mother, have demonstrated the value of combining ecological restoration, public participation, and community ownership. These initiatives illustrate how climate action, biodiversity conservation, resilience building, and livelihood enhancement can reinforce one another when pursued through integrated approaches. India's experiences reinforce the belief that development and environment responsibility can advance together. India has reduced the emissions intensity of its economy by 37.38% between 2005 and 2022, while non-fossil sources accounted for 54.18% of installed capacity. As of 30 June 2026, India's new nationally determined contribution for 2031 to 2035 further reflect the ambitious commitment to advancing climate action while supporting inclusive development and energy security. These experiences demonstrate that environmental action can strengthen resilience, create opportunities, support sustainable livelihoods, and contribute to economic growth. They also reaffirm the importance of aligning policy, technology, and public participation. At the same time, BRICS countries possess something unique and valuable, the experience of diverse society that have coexisted with nature across generations. Traditional, indigenous, and local knowledge systems hold important lessons for water conservation, sustainable agriculture, forest management, disaster preparedness, and climate resilience. As we confront increasingly unpredictable environmental challenges, our task is not to choose between traditional knowledge and modern science. Our task is to bring them together, ensuring that solutions remain scientifically robust, locally relevant, and socially inclusive. At the same time, our collective ambition must be matched by the means of implementation it. Developing countries require accessible, predictable, and adequate climate finance, particularly for adaptation. The principle of equity and common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities and adherence of national circumstances remain fundamental to an effective and balanced global environmental response. BRICS can make a meaningful contribution for converting cooperation into collective and cooperative capabilities through knowledge networks, technical exchanges, training, technology cooperation, and stronger institutional partnerships. What one country learns through experience should become an opportunity for others to scale up and replicate. Excellencies, India's BRICS 2026 chairship has sought to advance this understanding through interconnected priority areas, promoting sustainable lifestyles, afforestation, forest fire management and disaster resilience, circular economy and adaptation. These priorities reflect both the shared environmental realities confronting our nation and the collective strength we possess to address them. They provide a framework for practical cooperation, knowledge sharing and joint action, grounded in the principle of resilience, sustainability and inclusive development. Building on the principle of Mission Life, promoting lifestyles focuses on responsible and sustainable consumption and production, behavioral change, awareness among citizens and communities and knowledge sharing. Afforestation, forest fire management and disaster resilience addresses the growing pressures on forest, land and natural ecosystems, and emphasize integrated landscape restoration, combating land degradation, wildfire preparedness and response, early warning system and ecosystem resilience. Circular economy emphasizes resource efficiency, extended producer responsibility, and integrated waste management. Adaptation covers pupil-centric and community-based adaptation, traditional knowledge systems, resilience building, and adaptation-focused climate cooperation. Together, these four priorities reflect a simple yet powerful conviction. Environmental action must remain pupil-centric and sustainable. Implementation or action-oriented and responsive to the realities of developing countries. Excellencies, before we proceed further, India's BRICS Chairship 2026 would like to take a moment to acknowledge the remarkable progress we have made together over the past several months and the depth of engagement demonstrated by all BRICS member countries throughout this process. The outcomes are the result of many months of dialogue, negotiation, and collaboration. Throughout India's Chairship 2026, delegations have engaged with patience, flexibility, and mutual respect, demonstrating a shared commitment to consensus building. Since the commencement of our engagement, delegations have engaged in 21 virtual negotiation meetings, 10 bilateral consultations, 2 thematic dialogues, and 2 technical webinars, enabling discussion across all 4 priority areas. The willingness to bridge differences while preserving national perspectives exemplifies the maturity and strength of BRICS cooperation. The collective progress we have made till is the testament to the dedication, professionalism, and partnership of Team BRICS, all member countries. At a time when the world is seeking stronger and more effective multilateral partnerships, BRICS demonstrates the value of dialogue, mutual respect, and consensus building. It shows that countries with diverse histories, culture, and development pathways can work together to share knowledge, build understanding, and pursue practical solutions to shared environmental challenges. Excellencies, India's Chairship 2026 has produced concrete knowledge and cooperation outcomes, including principle of sustainable lifestyles, forest fire preparedness and response, integrated landscape management, and community-based adaptation and traditional knowledge. These are not ends in themselves. Their real value will be measured by how effectively they support action on the ground. As Chair, India remains committed to facilitating an open, constructive, and consensus-based dialogue. We greatly value the perspectives and contributions of all member countries and believe that our diversity of experience is a source of strength. As we approach the culmination of our teamwork, India's Chairship 2026 wishes to express sincere appreciation to all BRICS member countries and their negotiating teams. The consensus we are building today is not merely an agreement on text. It is a reflection of our shared commitment to cooperation, multilateralism, and sustainable development. Let us continue in the same spirit of flexibility, mutual respect, and partnership as we work towards a successful outcome for our ministers' meeting. Let this meeting reaffirm our collective commitment to build resilience without leaving communities behind, to pursue innovation with responsibility, to strengthen cooperation through trust, and to place sustainability and resilience at the center of the development. India warmly welcomes all of you to New Delhi and look forward to carrying this spirit of partnership forward within BRICS as we conclude our meeting today. Thank you very much.